Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Vitality Festival Vibe and Chat series. Today, we are so lucky to be talking to Emma O'Brien, who represents the Scrub Choir. Welcome, Emma. How are you today?
I'm very well, thanks, Tanya. How are you?
I'm really, really good. So Emma is taking part in our Vitality Festival, which we have coming up starting on the 31st of October. It's a 9-day free online health and wellbeing festival for frontline workers. And Emma, you're a frontline worker yourself. Tell us where you work at.
Yeah, so I work at the Royal Melbourne Hospital and I run the music therapy department here. So I'm frontline in a different way than you'd expect. But I must say, we have never been so busy this year. It's been an extraordinary privilege to work with our colleagues, playing music in the hallways to help them relax, to help them de-stress. It's been incredible. You can see I've got a little setup here because we're doing a lot of Zoom sessions with our patients, a lot of telehealth. So they're safe because we want to keep people safe, but we've got to look after their mental health and well-being, and music is a beautiful way to do that. Doing lots of group work like that. And also, we formulated the Scrub Choir. So we've had a staff choir here for a little bit, many years actually, but only just sort of come Christmas, we'd all sort of come together and sing, which was beautiful. And then we really realised that frontline workers, yes, we come to work every day, but we're also in the pandemic with the isolation as well. And it's really tricky because we want to connect and we all feel pretty stressed. And I know that anyone who's working on the front line knows what I'm talking about and live in this dual world. And someone had seen, the pub choir and the couch choir and those sort of, there's choirs everywhere out there with all those little faces. And they said, could we do that? And I thought, yeah, maybe we can. And we did. And yeah, it's been an extraordinary experience for everybody. And it's been a really connecting thing for us and a really lovely way to reconnect with our community. I mean, the Royal Melbourne is here for the people of Melbourne and Victoria and Australia. I mean, we'll look after anybody that needs our care.
Wow, that is incredible. And how many of you make up the Scrub Choir?
Well, the first one we did, Count on Me, which I think is you're going to kick things off with, which is just, that upbeat Bruno Mars, and we put that out in May. And look, I'll be honest with you, I thought, we'll probably just get the usual sort of, staff choir thing. We'll see what happens. Then, boom, we got this amazing amount of people. And I also made sure that it was really open access. And to be in the Scrub Choir, even though it's called choir, you don't have to sing. You can just sort of do things like this or wave. And a lot of wards came up with some really cool ideas. People sort of dancing across the scene like this or wheeling something around. And yeah, so the whole idea was about participation, and about 200 people jumped in. Plus, you get the little people singing from home, which I just adore as well. And we would go around and go, hey, and they'd go, hey, and they'd wave and have a bit of fun. So it was about trying to find little moments of joy and then stick them all together and send them out as a thank you to Melbourne. And certainly, we know in Australia that at the beginning we were all pretty lucky. I think we all thought, oh, is it going to be as bad as it's going to be? And sadly, it was pretty bad for us. Not as bad as it has been for a lot of other countries, so without a doubt. And we also wanted to send a message to our healthcare colleagues in that first one. And then everybody loved it so much. As soon as it's gone, they go, when's the next one? And I'm like, okay, what song would you like to do? And the hospital, I think we're all really pretty sort of in June, before things really took off, before the COVID crisis for Melbourne, there was a sort of an exhaustion, and I think a lot of frontline workers know what I'm talking about. So, you're getting ready, and then it's like, is it gonna happen? We're so ready. Then and even that causes stress. Everyone knows that, just even imagining what could possibly happen. And thank goodness we were ready. And I think we chose this song before things got really bad. And then it became an extraordinary anthem for us. So it's I'll Stand By You, a really powerful, powerful song. And it was beautiful to be able to release that on Are You OK Day and send a massive hug to everybody virtually.
Yeah.
All of us. And you can see the difference in the clips. You can see, different restrictions. Obviously in this one, we're all looking like this. We can't be without masks at work at all. And all those sort of things really affect what we're doing here. And you can see the screens and everything. Yeah, there's a definite difference, but the same sort of heart.
Yeah. And so is everybody who's involved in the choir, are they all medical nurses or doctors, or is there
The
anyone who works in the hospitals?
anyone across the Royal Melbourne Hospital. So we've got lots of sites. So we've got people that work in catering. We've got people, that are environmental services, who without we, who do these extraordinary cleans and keep, us safe, keep our patients safe. We've got administrators, got all the executives dancing, we've got anyone and everyone. The supply guys did a little bit of a number in the second one, which I really liked. Boy band, I was really cool. And they sort of had a little bit of a dance. But, without the supply guys, I wouldn't be wearing this mask.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we wanted to really embrace everyone. Allied
Yeah.
health, nursing, medical, the whole kit and caboodle.
And I think that's really important at the moment, even though we're all sort of being told to separate and stay away. I think there's this undercurrent of this collaboration that tends to be coming up everywhere. And although people can't, physically give each other a hug, there's so many ways that people are showing their support and, the community. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, for me, I've been working here a long time. I started the department here over 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I feel more connected with my colleagues this year than I ever have, and I
That's
think it's been
incredible.
through Scrub Choir. And a lot of them say that, this is for us is the silver lining, the people I've met, the connections I've made being the Scrub Choir leader and doing all that and showing them that I really, really care through the music, and my team helped me out with that in music therapy. Yeah, it's been extraordinary to just
Mm.
either re-meet people virtually. I know it sounds strange, or
Mm.
occasionally we'll go and film someone in a corner, but we've got to watch our timing and make sure it's all safe. Um, but that whole thing, yeah, it's so connecting, and
Yeah.
human beings yearn to connect, don't we? We really
Yeah.
do, but in a
Yeah.
safe way, please. In a safe way.
Yeah, innocent. And that, look, I must say that was part of our motivation and inspiration for doing this Vitality Festival is, that people were so dispersed and people really feeling that. And,
Mm,
the frontliners have just been incredible in terms of how they keep showing up, and they're so accountable for everybody around them. And, like you said, it's everybody who's involved in that. It's the cleaners and the caterers, as well as the doctors and the nurses, and
mm.
everybody together, and even the teachers and the ambos,
Oh
everybody
yeah.
together is just putting together such a tremendous effort. It's really, really, really special, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all the people in the shops that are still
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary, and people, it's hard because you are putting yourself at risk by going to work, and you try and be as safe as you can, but let's face it, COVID is extraordinary. I don't know if that's really the right word for it, but it has shown itself to be so resilient, and it's almost like it hides in a corner, and then
Mm.
and despite everyone's best efforts, people are still getting it. It just it's a I can't remember what people call it, but I'm trying. It's really sneaky, and it's
Yeah.
really resilient, and it's really catchy, and it loves people hanging out together. So it's this kind of it's really hard, and that when you go to work. For us to go to work, we go through this whole process of we leave our homes, we make sure that we're, whatever we're really leaving anything that could possibly be at our homes behind. And then we come into work, we get our scrubs on, we do all that stuff. I don't know how many masks you have to go through, but you do all that, and you to have a drink of water. There's this whole process, and I know what healthcare works. I know what I'm talking about. And then when you go home, you got to get your scrubs off. You got to do all that because you're worried about your family. You don't
Mm.
want to bring anything with you. So the vigilance is exhausting, but necessary.
Mm.
Mm.
Absolutely. I think it's extraordinary the amount of effort that needs to go in at the moment for
Mm.
everybody just to take care of themselves and their loved ones.
Yeah.
It's really tremendous, but it's well done. So back to the scrub cry. Tell me, so do you walk around the hospital and sing like you were saying in the corridors? Are you going into people's rooms? I mean, how does that all work? I find it extraordinary.
Yeah. Well, alongside all the sort of clinical work, we'd also straight away I jumped straight into a big research project about how to sing safely, because you would have seen stuff in the papers and about choirs, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that they're all having a cup of tea and gathering in space. So we make sure that we've got a really safe protocol when we sing. So I'll have this mask on plus a screen.
Mm-hmm.
We have extra distancing. So it's been difficult for us with our patients because we have to be the normal social distancing is 1.5 meters, but when we're singing, we try and keep 3.
Wow.
So we're trying to keep a much bigger space. And so for Scrub Choir, we really encourage people, if they were going to sing from home where they're safe with their masks off. And so only the music therapy team really doing the singing at work. And so there's that whole trying to keep people safe. So particularly in the second one, a lot of the time you'll see that it's only for small amounts of time too, because you minimize your risk by time. So if I sat in this room and sang for 3 hours, the risk is going to get higher than if I did it for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
So then we make sure that we're quickly filming them. And most of them, in fact, all of them in those big groups, they're lip syncing, Okay. And then they're sending their vocal from home where it's safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, safety is our priority here.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, it's incredible. And, I think for everybody, we agree that no matter what music we're listening to, music has that amazing ability that it affects us so profoundly. I know when people are upset or if they've broken up a relationship, they put on the blues or some soppy sort of song. And then when you're wanting to go out for a night out on the town, you put on some high beats and everything. So, I mean, that would be part of the therapy that you're offering through music.
Yeah, absolutely. And, when we're singing and we're doing live music safely, people walk past and you can see them going like this. Sometimes they'll sort of gesture to you like that. And we also have got, we use Workplace, which is like Facebook for work. And that's been great because we've been able to connect to each other through that. So we'll record ourselves and send songs out for others to hear on the wards. We've had, you can see we've got a little setup here so we can zoom in and sing them a song and it's safe.
Yeah.
And, I think the beauty of music is that you can be your own music therapist as long as you listen to what you need. And it's okay, like you said, if you're sad, have a good cry, let it out. I mean, gosh, we're all trying to put on a brave face, but sometimes it's nice to go home and just pull out that tear jerker and let it go.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Emma. We're so excited. The Scrub Choir will be at both at our opening and closing ceremonies. We're so excited to have you.
Videos, it'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we're very excited to have you. Yeah, we're really excited to have you guys on board. It's a really important initiative, having so many of these people who are frontliners all working together to help, share their music and change the way that people are feeling and really help to make them feel a lot better. So we want to thank you for your contribution. The Melbourne Scrub Choir is doing an amazing effort. So please find them. We'll have a link just below so you can contact them if you'd like. Also, if you haven't heard about it yet, the Vitality Festival is a free online health and wellbeing festival that we're putting on for frontline workers, a way for all of us to show our appreciation and support to all these people who have done such an amazing job for us over this particularly troublesome time. So it's our way of giving back to you guys to empower you, to share our knowledge, to inspire you and to motivate you, and to really just, say a big, huge thanks to everybody. So thank you again, and lovely chatting to you. And I look forward to seeing you at the opening and closing ceremonies.
Well, we hope you enjoy the songs. Bye.
Thank you. See you.
See ya.